Vincent Harbington Inc. I've already covered the playthrough for TombRaider itself. Now I'll be going over the DLC missions that you can basically get. Well, each one costs. The first DLC mission that was a part of 7 is the Forge, which actually starts here in Kuwayaku.
I love old maps. When I was a little girl, they always led to treasure.
They always made me feel more lost.
My name's Lara, by the way.
Pilar. You don't look like the type of tourists we usually get.
I'm an archaeologist, actually.
Yes, that would be more fitting, I think. You should speak with Abigail. She knows the history of this place better than almost anyone.
We've already met. Abby's been kind enough to let my friend and I stay with her while we're visiting.
Ah. Well then, you are a welcomed guest in Kuwayaku.
Thank you. Do you need help understanding the map?
It wasn't meant for me to understand.
I have hidden the truth, as Abigail will find. But to uncover it, she must take a trip back in time.
Mariana was never much of a poet.
Mariana?
Abigail's grandmother. We lost her to cancer 1 year ago today, actually.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Mariana wanted Abigail to have the map on the anniversary of her death, but...
You're not sure?
I don't know if she's ready.
It's none of my business, but if it helps, Mariana believes she was.
You're right. I guess it never was my decision, was it? Would you mind delivering the map to Abigail? You could make a full-time job of chasing that girl around, and my hips just won't have it.
Not at all.
I'll start with one map.
Abby's grandmother wanted her to have this, but why? Pilar didn't seem to know. Abby, it's Lara.
Hey, stranger. How are you making out? How's Jonah?
Jonah's fine. He's with a friend.
A friend, huh? What's her name?
His name is Uchu. Listen, Abby, I'm back in Kuwayaku, and I've come across an old map that belonged to your grandmother.
Well, there's an old-timer in town, Diego. He runs the community garden. He's into maps, I think. Maybe he can take a look. Meet me there?
On my way.
Omar, they've been working all night.
And? Isn't that what you're paid for? Lost.
Shit, no.
Fuck off and let me watch the damn game.
What is that?
Can I help you?
I'm a friend of Abby's. She asked me to meet her here. We have a map we'd like you to look at.
Oh, let's have a look. This is a nice piece of work. Good detail. Happy to see it held up all these years.
You're familiar with it?
Might be a little more dust than the attic these days, but I never forget my work. Abby's grandmother asked me to draw it up. If I remember right, it was supposed to be some kind of gift for Abby.
There are blemishes here. 3 of them, do you see?
I didn't put those there. Smells like lemon, doesn't it?
Lemon? Lemon juice can be used as ink to... There could be a heat fix message hidden in the map. Can I use your brazier?
Sure. Be my guest.
Yeah, just don't burn it.
So how does this work?
Well, lemon juice is organic, so it will oxidize and turn brown when it's heated, and a secret message will appear.
It's been a lot of years. You think it'll still show?
As soon as Abby gets here, we're gonna find out.
Find out what?
Speak of the devil.
I'm an angel, Diego. You know that.
Mm-hmm.
Not when you were little.
Abby, according to Diego, your grandmother asked him to make the map for you, as a gift.
Why would I need a map of the village? I know this place in my sleep.
There's more. Your grandmother hid something here in the paper message.
She used invisible ink.
Invisible ink. Really?
Well, it's just lemon juice, but...
But it does the trick.
So,
Don't know. May I?
let's take a look.
Look, those symbols there.
3 X's.
X marks the spot.
Cute, Grandma.
Are these points far from here?
Nope. Should we split up?
Sure. I'll take those two there. Thanks.
Okay, and how far am I from...
Abby's grandmother, Mariana, used lemon juice as invisible ink to hide 3 small X's. Like a...
Right. Let's start with one of them. Right, so one's leading this.
I can hear them calling from under the earth. The voices. The old gods.
Maybe you just need to rest.
No. See for yourself. See where the breath of the gods rises from the womb of the earth. Listen to their pained howls.
I hadn't noticed that. Where is this breath?
You'll see. You'll hear it. Perhaps you can ease yourself.
Huh. Right. So, one's this way and the other one's that way. Wait, what? Oh, ha, there we go. Well, that's kind of subtle. Yeah. It's always the catch. I took a shortcut. Maybe,
There's a three-stepped edge on one side that looks to have been carved by hand. Interesting. The other edge is roughly broken, like it's been shattered. This is only a piece of something large.
really? Yeah, let's get out here before more show up.
Abby, how are you making out?
Almost at it. Whatever it is. You?
Look for a fragment of stone with a three-stepped edge. I found one here. I'm sure we're looking for two others.
that was treacherous. Never. Looks like it's dead ahead. Okay, that's not confusing. According to this, it's that way. Oh, don't tell me I was following a cache. No, wait a second. It's here, right?
Lara, I think I have one of those stone things here.
I've got the others.
Now what?
Now we put them together and see what your grandmother is trying to tell you.
Pilar understood Grandma better than anyone. Meet me at her place.
Sheesh. How far over do I have to come? I only picked up one out of the two, though. Gets me only one. Strange. Yeah, I'd say something was seriously wrong with the this game if it's only let me do one dungeon instead of two.
I was hoping Abigail would be with you.
She's on her way.
Hi, Auntie.
It's been too long, child. Oh, let me look at you. Still with the short hair, I see.
Auntie, we found something in Grandma's map.
Actually, your hair could be better too, now that I see you again. The pair of you are like tomboys out chasing after.
Auntie, please. Why did Grandma want me to have the map? I deserve
Her hair's
to
in the
know.
bedroom.
Do you remember the stories your grandmother used to tell you as a child? About a magical, hidden place built by your ancestors?
Yes, but I grew up, and she grew old, and nothing magical ever happened.
But she didn't forget her promise. It's there, in your hands.
Why now?
I'm only the custodian of the map. It's up to you to discover its purpose.
Abby, I'm sure whatever is revealed in this map will lead to that hidden place and your answers. I hope so. All right, let's take a look. If we place each one of the fragments on the map where they were found, like so... That's the Chacana, the Inca cross. It represents the 3 levels of existence. The upper world, the middle world, our world, and the underworld.
It also represents the things that make us human, like the ability to love, to take action, to gain wisdom.
More crosses again.
But if I'm remembering correctly, the center of the Chacana is said to represent Cusco, the capital of the Inca Empire. In the context of the map, we're hundreds of miles from there.
Well, there are many interpretations of the Chacana. Cusco, a portal from one world to the next. It is also said to be the Eye of God, a guardian keeping watch over us all.
So, what are we looking for? I mean, this has to point to something, right? Let's take a closer look. There has to be something we're not seeing. Something... There! I thought it was a small blemish when I first saw it, but in this light, it looks like a Maya hieroglyph. Maya? That doesn't make any sense. We're Inca. What does it say? Hahil. It means truth. Truth? Truth about what? I don't know. Does this place on the map mean anything to you? Grandma and I would sit there when she told me stories about the hidden place.
Perhaps you'll find your answers there.
Are you ready? Keep the map. I'll meet you there. I thought the pieces looked familiar. It's not until I put them all together that I can see it. It's the Chacana, the Inca cross. There are many interpretations of the cross, debated even amongst the Inca themselves, but it's an extremely important symbol nonetheless.
Right, so that way. Yeah, it looks like it's taking me that way. Okay, there should be a way through this way. Aha, there we go. I'm assuming that marker in the game means that we're now definitely deviating from the game itself. Oh, even more jungle.
Abby, keep your radio close. I'll stay in touch if I find anything.
Sounds good. And watch your ass in there.
You can count on that.
Okay, it's gonna take more than just that.
The gas is in.
Yep, fire arrows in the forge are extremely important.
This architecture is definitely Maya.
So strange. Why would my grandma want me to know about this place?
Okay, now we're in the forge.
This doesn't make any sense.
What have you got?
If I had to guess, I'd say this place is a massive forge. But on this scale, what would they be forging that would require this kind of heat?
Sorry, I'm not gonna be much help to you there.
Yeah, I should have seen that coming.
This doesn't make any sense.
Ha! And
What have you got?
back where I started.
If I had to guess, I'd say this place is a massive forge. But on this scale, what would they be forging that would require this kind of heat?
Sorry, I'm not gonna be much help to you there.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I've heard lots of people get frustrated in the forge. It's like one of the worst of the tombs.
What have you got?
If I had to guess, I'd say this place is a massive forge. But on this scale, what would they be forging that would require this kind of heat?
Sorry, I'm not gonna be much help to you there.
doesn't make any sense.
What have you got?
If I had to guess, I'd say this place is a massive forge. But on this scale, what would they be forging that would require this kind of heat?
Sorry, I'm not gonna be much help to you there.
Yeah, in this case, you really know what you're doing. I've only conquered the forts at least once.
An explosion helped me reach the pendulum.
Ha! Okay.
The gas is on. Gonna be quite the climb. There are statues here, huge faces arranged in a circle around the central column. They're watching over it like sentinels. But what are they guarding?
You have a view that I don't. Now I kind of wish I came with you.
Question is, wish I made this far. It's a gigantic Mayan cross. That's the secret of this fort. It's basically a giant cross. Okay, that's way too high. Huh. Don't really want to go that way. No, can't go that way. Oh god, no, no, no! Okay, that was that was literally my mistake. Good thing at this point you actually locked it, so... There. There's definitely no short fire arrows in this place.
This path must lead to a gas trigger.
That would be too dangerous. But this might work.
All the gas clouds could be hit to bring up the platform from here.
Wait, am I supposed to go that way, or...?
There's a sarcophagus here. It's beautiful. Definitely royalty.
A sarcophagus, like a coffin.
Exactly like a coffin.
I thought it was a forge.
Whoever is buried here, they were very closely tied to this place and its purpose.
The Forge of Destiny. Instead of making you walk back through it, they actually take you to the entrance again.
You found the hidden place?
It was a forge, but something more as well.
Yes. It is the resting place of the Maya Queen Abarrane, the first guardian of Huacacu. She built the forge to construct an artifact of great power.
What artifact?
I don't know. Mariana told me that what was born from that place had long been lost. But she said the message it contained would always endure. It was a message of hope for the future.
If you knew about all this, why wouldn't you tell me?
I'm sorry, but I made a promise to Mariana.
Really? Went through all that because he was
So what?
already
I'm
knew.
supposed to accept that I'm Maya all of a sudden?
Abarrane's bloodline has been diluted over the centuries, but you are descended from her.
So what does this mean?
You're a guardian, Abigail. Like Mariana and her mother before her, all the way back to the time of Abarrane.
I can't be a guardian. I have responsibilities here.
You've been protecting this village for years. Hasn't a little bit of you always known? Felt, compelled, somehow. You are the keeper of the story now.
That's what Grandma used to say. She said it was her job to keep its story, to keep it safe. She promised that one day she would show me where it was, and then I'd be the keeper of its story.
She didn't forget her promise. She just had a different way of showing you.
It's so like her, isn't it? She couldn't just tell me. Had to make a treasure hunt out of it.
I loved your grandmother as if she was my own sister. But sometimes she was a gigantic pain in the ass.
Abby, I think I'll leave you two alone to talk about things. Sounds like you've got some catching up to do.
Thanks, Lara. Here, I want you to have this for all your help. And before you say anything, it's customary, so you kind of can't say no.
Not returnable. And that's the end of the DLC mission. So you went through all that for some extra gear and or outfit pieces. But it was still a fun one, I'll admit. A pain, yeah, considering how the puzzle worked, but for those that were curious, that's basically the forge. Definitely will be covering DLC mission 2, the pillar, at some point. For now though, this is Sunset Harbor and Tanika signing off.